hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't. Support the broadcast. Shout out to the people in my Cash App. I'm going to read those off in a second for supporting these broadcasts. And they know we're not funded by nobody but the people. Obviously, these topics mean something to a lot of people. So shout out to you guys who keep this channel rolling. And we're able to do a lot of great things. I'm able to do a lot of great things here at KevRow University. Shout out to the people in the chat room. I'll find out. Lovebird is in the building. Angelina Moore. Jamie Lee don't checked into class early. What's up with it? Ali has been in here early. I see you, champion. All supporters for this classroom. You know, shout out to them because without them, there will be no class. Well, there will be class, but it'll be crazy. It'll be crazy. What up, Sayed? Shout out to you, champion. Forrest Glory is in the building. Teresa, shout out to you. Many blessings to you, sister. Yeah, it is 11:11 on the East Coast. Perfect timing. Press 1. Hit that like button and subscribe. Shout out to the moon worshipers and stars out there. Hey, perfect timing. Shout out to y'all. TJ, what's up with it? Shout out to you, contributor to the program, of course. Gotta respect it. Gotta respect it. Gotta respect it. Amanda's in the chat room, always posting up my blogs. Brittany's in here somewhere. Let me see who up in here. See who up in here. Shout out to Tiff in the building. TJ, of course. Cedric Jefferson. Peso. He says, for the sun, moon, and stars bomb drop. Shout out to you, Mr. Peso. Brian King is in the building. He says, without you, bro, I will be lost. Shout out to Brian King in the chat room for sure. Got to keep this broadcast moving into what it's supposed to be. Yeah, Kev Gill's in the building. Great conversation. And why not just start this shit off correctly? You know, a lot of people doubted us. Doubted me. And we just keep rising to the occasion. Soon as they get to leaving up out of here, is always a quantum leap somewhere. So a lot of people just feel advanced. Feel advanced because it is open campus, and a lot of people make their way here, and they happen to just walk into class that's just popping. You know, a lot of knowledge, and they surpass others who've been here for a long time. That's why I was telling people, y'all better come on with it. This for y'all. This for y'all, because we don't win quantum. Now, if you can't make those leaps and bounds, my phone lines is always open for you, especially during this time, the early part of the classroom. 424-209-9506, area code 424-209-9506. If you got any questions about any of this stuff we talking about, we was talking about the observer. We was talking about all of these things, atoms moving from a solid to a wave, and there has to be a lot of questions out there. You feel me? There's got to be a lot of questions out there. You know, we talked about the Tower of Babel, the possibility that that's Devil's Mountain or Devil's what? Devil's Tower. Well, Nimrod was a devil himself, was he not? Was he not the first world-renowned transgressor and hater of God? Well, was he a pharaoh? Was he a pharaoh? Y'all, what's up, Darius? Shout out to you for that Devil's Tower info is incredible. Shout out to Darius Coopwood in a building. What up, Coop? See, that's effective. That's a lot of information that should have every person on, don't matter what level of thinking that you on, ready to ask some powerful questions. It's important. We're dealing with the law of relativity. This is some Einstein shit. You know who Albert Einstein is? It is the the world's smartest individual who set this mind control shit in motion. And you got to beat him in his many different forms. And if you can't do that, then you should be asking a lot of questions. Facts. I get enough support. Trust me, I kick you right up out my space. You'll be back with another name, but it's gonna work. You're gonna have to work hard to get there. Trust me. Yeah, I'm not playing. I gotta make sure you understand exactly or have an inclination of intelligence of what we talking about. So yeah, my phone number, because a lot of y'all don't know how important this is. A lot of people don't really know or understand, and if you don't know or understand where I'm going mentally, you don't know how to respect it. So I want to make sure you know how to respect it and pay attention and ask the right things, because this is what we're talking about here. We're talking about worlds, overlapping worlds, and worlds within worlds. How are you going to be able to see? You can't just wake up and see this. Your brain has to develop questions so answers can come through. Like, for instance, when I got off the air yesterday, I looked at this photo and listened to that stuff all over again. This is for an example. I said, wow. So every flash of light was a new script, a new storyline, a new beginning, a new jump start. So when we was talking about going back to the source, and what you got to be able to do is make all of these different worlds of Big Bang theories and all of this cease to exist by realizing the truth. All of these worlds will fall down in your mind, and it will play out in your, this is for sure, because your spectrum has been broadened, it's been opened up a little bit. Not on no chakra shit, on some understanding. So just understanding. To listen to these people put this stuff in our faces, and we either don't watch or we too caught up, like the brother said yesterday, we be hypnotized and don't even be knowing it. So we laughed at Men in Black when Will Smith flashed everybody on the camera. Press one, but that's how your ass end up with the Mandela effect. Press one when you end up lost and don't know what you saw and question what you think and question what you hear and question with that. Remember the old television sets back in the 60s, 70s, and 80s? What did they all do when you cut them on and cut them off? Flash. When you sit up there and watch that television for over an hour or something, and that bulb was in the background giving you your theater and these actors and such, when you turned it off, what did it do? You might as well say that was Will Smith saying, just forget everything you just, and flashed you and got up out of there. And you went on to bed and imagined things. Are we in the chat room? Where we at? Where my class at? I can't do that. Where my class at? Talk to me. Y'all talk to everybody else. Talk to me. 424-209-9506. Y'all talk to everybody else. Talk to me. I'm right here. It's 88 people up in my chat. 88. That means 88 souls are in class this morning. Should be having a great conversation. Our conversation should be beyond, or maybe you not the class for me. Maybe you just like conspiracies and you like to have brain orgasm. I don't know, but we gonna get it right. Coffee, Coffee and Kush TV, you on the air. What up?
This is Deborah from Florida.
What's going on, Deb from Florida? What's on your mind?
Woo, I tell you, the mind trap of time immemorial that you have shown us with the quantum theory, it made my notes all together more succinctly.
Go
They
ahead.
just flew together. I had everything separated out on continents and attacked on continents. And when the Great White Fleet, which was a many-colored fleet, but they used the advertisement of Great White Fleet.
There you
When
go.
they brought that in through your teaching, I was able to take it off of continents and put it into a world perspective.
Go ahead.
And now removing the continent, I put it in a time perspective, and it just looks like they backwrote history to give them plausible
Deniability, Deb. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. While still
So they reverse engineered history from a starting point of a flash. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The king being here, honoring his people under God through Christ, through the sacrifice of the Son of God, which is God's Son. It keeps coming back to this man doesn't give us this truth without being God's Son right here in front of us. This is not happening per chance that you're breaking the theory of relativity.
Talk to him, Deb. You just don't drop out of nowhere, Deb. Talk to him and grow up not learning nothing, and you're dealing with the theory of relativity, Deb. Talk to him.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And that is only through my acceptance of my part of the contract, is to come up and see how much of it I participated in, my adultery, which made me turn my blind eye to the fake worlds they were laying on top of me to create something with a demon, deed, indeed, so that I could rise above one day and say that only through God's love can I get my notes together and speak to the king, Mr. Gillespie. And that's where my notes are this morning. Would you like to hear them? They're very thick.
So your notes has led you right there.
Yes, sir.
So you've been taking all these notes, and this has been a revealing conversation, of course. Even going here with dealing with the smartest man on earth. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. That is performance anxiety on my part, not trusting that God has me in this for a reason, and it isn't horrible at the end. It is only to glorify God. There is no other reason for me here, and that's to uncover the truth that they've created through layers of lies, through the law of nature, which is BS, and just backwritten, because it has nothing to do with us that follow God's commandments. And it's better to be in the class than out of the class. Thank you, sir.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate you.
And I'll go in the back again.
Yes,
Bye-bye.
ma'am. So we're talking quantum mechanics here. Simplified. You hear me? Simplified to where the average man can understand its own mind control. Ain't that something? God is good. All the time. 424-209-9506. So, if you can't go no further, you should be asking questions. That's a white woman there. That's a white woman saying that. That's not anybody else. That's a white woman. Deb is a white lady who you would see as a white lady in America. She said, wait a minute, my notes. Wait a minute. This man is on the screen. See, this is taken for granted. See, this is what happened when you take people for granted. See, he's right there on the screen. He right there on the screen talking to you about something that has your brain locked. I don't found the source. Coffee and Kush TV, KevRow University. You on the air? What up?
Hi, this is Rudy from Texas.
What's going on?
I'm calling it. It's about the blue light. You know, the cell phones, the TVs, especially the modern ones, all emit this blue light. And I'm going to read something about the blue light and the mental health. Scientists think that nightmare exposure to blue light throws off your circadian rhythm or sleep-wake cycles. This could lead to symptoms of depression.
Look.
That's because the circadian rhythm plays a role in the brain and behavioral processes, and it also affects your hormones and neurotransmitters. So they kind of to damaging our brains, affecting our hearts. It's really a thing they use, I guess, to put you into a different mental process.
That's right. So are the television
alter your behavior?
Is the television emitting this blue light? And the frequency? Go ahead.
Cell phones.
Go ahead.
Television, cell phones. See, they get you through entertainment.
Go ahead.
Entertainment is a form of detainment, and they're detaining your minds, keeping you distracted while they alter everything around you. And if they can make it play like you say, theater of war, they're going to show you all these images and all these things and get you to believe them, because you just get sucked into that realm that they're in by watching these type of things. That's why they say, God, your eyes is the window to your soul.
Go ahead.
So you need to be careful of what you're looking at and what you're watching, because it's going to affect your thinking and your mental processes. And also, when you talk to relatives who were around at the time that they were altering and changing history, that were around in the early 1900s, when you ask them about those times in their childhood, you notice how their facial expression changed?
Yes.
And they really don't want to talk about it because they know what happened here. But they're in fear because a lot of our ancestors were put to death. They were murdered, slaughtered, and told if they talk about these things that happened in history, that death will be on their doorstep. The same thing with the lady from the Greenwood district, Mother Fletcher. She said we were rich. We had businesses. We were very prosperous. We had our own theaters, our own department stores. She said we had mansions. We had oil companies. We owned all these things.
That's right.
She had to wait until she's almost on death's doorway, sitting at 100 years old, to even come forth to lay claim to what her ancestors had, what is rightfully hers, and what they should give her reparations for. Because they have to restore her and make her whole.
Everybody had oil. Everybody had the ability to succeed and become rich. They didn't just, everybody rich. Just had, they were very rich. And they made it seem like, oh, when the white folk got here, or the foreigners, oh, they all opened up oil plantations by way of Rockefeller and all. No, they stole this. And these oil rigs was already here on these plots. And they just stepped into a destroyed people's position. Go ahead.
Of course. You know, I can't remember the name of this little girl, but she was one of the richest young girls in American history. And she was of our people.
Yes.
And they made sure they put handlers on her to handle her fortune and her wealth. But she died with next to nothing, and they lived very rich, very vicariously through all of her oil fortune.
And left nothing for her children or nothing. They just stole it.
Stole everything. Stolen valor, stolen history, stolen names. They need to stop telling us we have their names. They robbed our names. Because when they come here, through that immigration, all of your dead ancestors, they're getting their names, they're getting their social security
That's right.
They're getting the land, they're getting everything that's attached
That's
to us.
right.
I'm tired of these leeches. They sucking us dry.
Come on.
It's time for us to step forward, be bold, speak truth, and proclaim who we are and what belongs to us.
That's right.
Sorry to get off topic.
No, that's on topic. That's on topic. Thank you so much, Queen.
All right.
That's a real sister right there. You can't just be quiet. You can't just wishful think. Step it into your position as a man, because that's who you are. And this is your duty. It's to speak truth to power. And power in high places like artificial banks and soulless creatures. I'm giving you the power that you need And don't be a coward at the university when I got a group of Wakanda women. They know what time it is. Coffee and Kush TV. You on the air.
What up, it said?
What up, Sad? Talk to me, King.
So the process that Yehudi was just talking about is called the gateway process by the CIA.
Go ahead.
Where they use sound frequencies or audio frequencies to level the brain, the left and the right hemisphere, to put them on the same rhythmic pattern as your heartbeat. And they use like flashing images, like you were saying with the TV, to put us in this theta wavelength thinking process, where it's like straight. It's like half your body's actually sleeping, but you're awake. It's like the movie Get Out, where she would spin the spoon in the cup, and he would go into like astral projection, where he would go into the sunken place.
Right.
And he would be stuck there. Mm-hmm. And she would use sound to control him. And once they got him in the sunken place, they sat him in front of the TV and taped his eyes open.
Right. That's right. So that's that's an excellent point. What do you think about this quantum leap we're making here? Go ahead. Especially dealing in history.
What we were talking about last night with you said what?
Especially dealing with history, but remember you brought up the television and the light bulb and how the Egyptian pharaohs had this light bulb. Remember you brought that up to me?
Yeah.
I think that was you. Because I was
talking about it.
Yeah, because they were dealing with projection. Again, we're talking about the technology, the light bulb. If it was created in Europe, they had to be the first. It had to be the first in Egypt. Projection of what they considered God, telling them what to do. Remember that movie 1984? You just had the face pop up. It's a lot of that in our allegorical history. The Wizard of Oz and shit like this. Go ahead.
Yeah, and all that relates back to the like the Ankh, and what they're saying with the Ankh and it being like a power generating source and all of that.
Right.
So they would say that the Egyptians were the first one to have electricity.
Fact.
And that kind of relates back to the Ark of the Covenant. The Ark of the Covenant having this power source that couldn't be touched, only by the keepers of the Ark. And that, all that stuff goes back into Egypt, and they say the Ark of the Covenant was there. Like Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark, that's what they said. They had to go back to Egypt to find the Ark of the Covenant. So it all loops back around to what they were doing with like lobotomies and things like that. I think Taj was bringing that up yesterday, where they were like going through the nose and doing like lobotomies and stuff back in Egyptian times.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Taj.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah. But in history too, it seems like the Philadelphia experiment is like an allegory for them like going back in time and subverting the people and bringing them all back
on a ship matched together.
Right, but it's like what Albert Einstein called it was a unified field theory, where you take two different fields or two flat surfaces and bring them together to make one. Like Catholicism is one thought process, one ideology, one
out of many, one by way of mind control. The Flash. Go ahead.
Right, and it goes back to splitting the atom and like separating. How do you explain it? It's like the split of an atom. It keeps splitting until it can't split anymore because of like the density they're not being dense enough. It's going all the way down to the last splice, I guess.
Right.
But once, like Taj said, it implodes back on itself because it would go back to its original form. wherever the housing of the nucleus is.
That'll be the source. That'll be the original source of power.
That'll be the source. Yes, sir. And that is the only source that can replicate itself, is the original. So everything else is just a replication of the original. It's like a carbon copy, but it's not exact because you can't. It doesn't hold its original form once you splice it.
Which mean it pops in and out of existence depending on the observer. You know that because it's not because in perspective. Well, yeah, perspective, perspective. All it is because it's not solid.
A hologram.
It's a hologram. It's not real.
Yeah.
So if you can change your perspective, it will pop in and out of existence depending on if the observer is really looking at it.
Right. It's like photography.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Photography. It's like they say, the pictures tell it's 1,000 words. You can change perception based off of like the $5 Indian pictures. Without the proper perception on time, you would think those people were alive and that they were actually family or
right,
the slave and the slave master through a given perception, not the actual.
So worlds within worlds, characters within characters, lives within lives, give an alternate, made up, whitewashed European racist perspective of the past in time immemorial.
Right.
So all of this science and splitting of the atom is really trying to splice the mind of a real human being. It's not scientific at all. It's more real.
Right. It's a subversion.
It's a subversion. It's not science. It's subversion.
Hijacking of the mind and taking it to a place that feels similar to what actually is, what is.
And then driving the mind mad. You either go mad or you succeed. So it's like the law of nature. It's no control. Go ahead.
It's like Schrodinger's box, where you put the cat in the box with the radiation, the poison, and you can't see the cat, but they say the cat is either alive or it's dead. It's 50-50. The mind will either split and reject or it accepts.
And this is what these so-called Nazi scientists were really efficient at, is the psychological control of individuals who don't know they're under mind control. Go ahead. Frozen time, somebody said.
This is like the Manchurian Candidate. And remember before somebody was bringing up like the World Fair, how they had the cyclorama where they would put you in this wheel and spin you around and show you pictures.
Right.
And it came with sound. But the sound is a frequency that can't be identified with the natural ear. We can hear it, but we can't identify it because of the frequency. That even goes back to beat rhythmatics and how they're like computer engineering music now, and the frequency of music and how the C note is the most important. It goes back into all of that because of the effect that it has on the human psyche. And what it can do to a person's subconscious and make them act out these, it makes you act out these things from the hologram.
So if the hologram is the projection of niggas on the television, that's what they're going to become in mind control.
Right.
If white folks is brainwashed into thinking this is niggas, they're going to think that because they're mind controlled.
Yep. That's if it's projected constantly. It's a constant projection. It's like a repetition. It's the repetitive showing of Afro-Americans in a bad light.
So Einstein will go back and do what? Make himself the greatest ever, right?
Right.
Just like Walter Plecker did. Einstein will be all of the great script writers and all of these things because he formulated the idea. So people are just worshiping and believing it's this person is this person, but all of them are characters of the same, like Stalin, J.P. Morgan, all this shit like that. Characters within characters, correct?
Yes, sir. That explains why we can't figure out why we keep seeing the same faces repeatedly.
Bingo. They keep coming back over and over again because they're the same character, and your brain on the left hand side ain't connected with the right hand side because they off balance in time and space.
Have you ever seen
time and space?
Time
Time and space will cause the body to become off balance, and he won't know because he's in between time and space. So if you're in between time and space, and time ain't adding up with, like, time and history ain't adding up with the space and time, there's a disease. There's a, like the sister was saying, there's a mental disturbance. It causes an unbalance. It causes an unbalance. The anomaly will be the organic fixing of the virus, which is this.
Yeah.
Yes.
Did you see the new Ant-Man?
No. Did you hear what I just said?
With Kang the Conqueror? Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. This is exactly what they're talking about at Kang the Conqueror.
What
that's
they
what
say?
Kang is. He is the anomaly. He is the anomaly of all the other Kangs across the multiverse.
Who?
And they trapped him inside the quantum realm, like in limbo, so he would not fix the timeline. So he couldn't fix the timeline.
So he's asleep. No, he's like in between worlds. He can't figure out the quantum fix, which we're discussing here is time, MC equals square shit. This time in space. So he's in limbo, as you said, conflicted, in between time and space, in hell, right? Not hell, not heaven, in between time, stuck, frozen. Because he's euthanasia. He doesn't really understand that he's dead yet alive.
Right. Both emotion yet still.
All right. Anything else?
No, that's it, sir.
My man, thank you for the call. My man said, yeah, get in gang. So, in my eyes, he will go back and make himself, while the atom is split, the mind, that person, mind is split in time, immemorial, and in space. You just there, floating about. Like they said yesterday, blue pill and red pill. This is your spaceship. Come on now. Hit that like button and subscribe. Only in the theory of relativity would this be your spaceship. Make it make sense to me. Taj said the equalizer. Boom. The equalizer is Neo. The equalizer is the one who brings it all together. Who makes the sense of it all. Who can take your mind and figure out what mind control Albert Einstein has you in by way of the theory of relativity. And this is the father of all lies here. Talk to me. New York, you in the building? What up?
Yo, Kev, what's good, King Messiah?
What up, champ?
Yo, see the conversation we had last night? Look what it did in the morning. Opened up so many paradigms of thinking. Different worlds. same thing they doing, but we doing it in reverse. Reverse engineering it, like how you saying the other day. You feel what I'm saying? So to piggyback off what said was just saying, with the TVs and everything like that, it's programming. Think about a commercial.
Well, that's what we know. We way past that. We know that. We know the programming.
Yeah,
my thing is, let's take it out of that. And now you got a man in between worlds. They got us in programming. Cool. It's bringing in, making sense of time immemorial, time and space. With the sleeping man in the middle.
Facts. So you know what movie scene describes that? Remember when Neo was stuck in the train station? And
Right.
He was running one tunnel and then he loop and come right back at
Right.
the same spot?
Right.
He was stuck in time.
Right.
Because his way of thinking, you feel what I'm saying? His paradigm didn't shift yet because he was trying to figure out how can he tap in and out the matrix without being plugged in. So, in the senses we talk of like relativity with space and time and then constant repetition, that's what the commercials and the TV does.
Facts.
In space. But in time immemorial, that's the written timeline. You feel me? We trying to figure it out. But then because we so caught up with paid programming telling us to purchase something or whatever the case
Right.
in a commerce sense,
Right.
think about it, it's still commerce.
That's dealing in time. That's dealing in time, correct?
Yeah.
Bingo.
Yeah, so it's like they keep on taking our businesses and flipping it on us. You get what I'm saying? Like how you started off the show and everything, like we owned the oil, we owned the land, we owned all of this, right? Mind white, now they got the invention of a TV and they selling everything back to us that we invented, but we don't know that we invented it because we stuck in time with a mind wipe.
There you go. There you go. Well said.
You feel me?
Right.
So it's like I just wanted to add it. That's still real quick on this. You know what I mean? Shout out to Seth. Shout out to everybody that called in before me, Deb and everybody.
Right up to them.
Listen, Kev, you doing your thing, man.
It's the blood that's in me, sir. Thank you, champion. My man. My man. See, Brittany said it right there. It all belongs to the king. All of it. They're split, all of it. They got you thinking you can do something. You can't. They got you thinking that you're working your way out of something. No, you working your way closer to defying God. That's it. It's all his and his sons. Nothing is yours. It's all his. He's the redeemer. He's the salvager. It's all his. Ain't none of it yours. God gave it to his heir. That's who it belongs to. And you're under mind control to even think that it's yours. That's the entanglement. You think that you're going to fight for something. No, this is organic. This is why my mind is what it is. The young brother, hold on, caller. The young brother say, see what we got off of and got back. No, I've been on this since I was 11, 12 years old. I'm waiting for everybody else to catch up to have something to talk about because I'm tired. I'm tired of hiding behind the hip-hop mask, the dumb nigga Democratic, urban conservative. No, this is me right here. Stay right here with me. Quantum. Coffee and Kush TV, you on the air. What up?
Peace, champ. Just in the purgatory state, you said between time and space.
Yes, sir.
That little picture you have with the light, with the two men, it looks like the many false ways that they can lay out for us, like you said. The lights itself, the mirrors itself. But it looks like also that it's all going back into the light. Like all the falsehoods are going back into that torchbearer, going back into that light. You know how, could you see the lines here? Like the lines coming out that are like you said in the very beginning, ways they did us with the zodiac and all the false worship and, you know, all the lies. But it looks like also those lines are connecting from all those things back to the source of Pachar.
Oh, you know what's funny? You know what's funny? You just said the source of Patah. Hold that thought. Now look, you write about these mirrors. Now look, it's only one atom split into 1, 3, 6, 9, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, about 20 universes. But the rest is all mirrors and a reflection of that's giving an appearance of more universe. But they only duplicated it a few times. Now that I'm paying attention, it's just one atom spliced and world spliced into many different worlds. So the source, the light, is the projection of these false worlds. Go ahead.
Right. I disagree totally. You're fantastic. And you know, the same way you said with Peter being upside down and then flipping it over, it almost looks like that picture could be flipped over. Like, I don't know if you're looking at it straight up or if it's upside down, or you know what I mean? It's probably I'm missing it, but it looks like that picture could be turned upside down and it still be correct in its position. But I do understand what
that's funny, huh? That's because mirrors cause inversion.
Okay, just fantastic job, Chan. You definitely Mayweather in this, no defeats, and I'm trying to be on that Tank Davis, come up behind you and gather as much information I can and learn myself. You know what I mean? Peace to you. Peace to Chan, Big Kev.
My man. He going off of Thoth, an old Egyptian. Press 1. You see? He going off of that. That's not what I teach. Y'all, see, what y'all want to do is take what I teach and conform it and make it blend. That's not happening. Ain't no patah or thought or none of that. I'm just speaking to my people at this quantum level. This ain't y'all religious output of, right here. That's not what I'm on. That's Serapis. That's not biblical. That's Antichrist. I'm the real deal. Thoth deals with the underworld and upside down jargon you was just talking about. See, that's that serpent. See, I'm the big one. I'm big dog. See, so I can, that's for sure you to death, just like y'all do me. You not about to P. Diddy this Egyptian, Canaanite, Nimrod thought process on the king. Well, I seen this coming a long time ago. I know I'm the best. I'm just waiting for niggas to catch up. That's all. I know I'm Floyd Mayweather, but one door ain't about to lead back inside your world. No, this is mine. Glory to God and glory to the heir of the king. All this other democratic, demontine, inverted, upside down, slithery talk of Canaan and his Satan, and that's what it is. That's how y'all dwell. But I dwell on the surface, truth and honesty. I'm right up front with it. No secrets of nothing. Destroy it all. You better take it. What Professor X say? Destroy it. Apocalypse around this bitch. This nigga got power I never saw type of shit. So don't just study. Focus. Drop the dead religion and those fake emerald tablets and all of your fake psychology that y'all trying to weasel in. I'm against it all. I'm top dog. This top knowledge. Of course you will say, you Floyd Mayweather, I'm worse. Press 1. I'm worse. I ain't 55-0, 50-0. Press 1. I'm not none of that. You niggas gonna get a correction today. Press 1. Them niggas gonna get a correction today. Press 1. Nah. Almost. This knowledge and wisdom? Nah, not thought. I didn't go to the underworld. I went to the heavenly realm. Press 1? No, thought can give me this. My king is different. Press 1? I say my king is different. Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. My king is different. I didn't got to subscribe and take nothing from thought, Canaan, Nimrod, Satan. I'm not double speaking. I'm not doing nothing. My shit is on the surface. Press 1. Ain't no reason to try to shine when God shined me up real good for this fight. Press 1. We different. Hit that like button. I'm different. The block captain is back. East Coast. Press 1. The block captain is back. No, bro. No, that's that I'm God speech. No, God didn't put you here for that. That's Nimrod. Press 1. My God is different. Talk to him, King. Press 1. Now wait. You know what a 7-weight king is, sir? Talk to me. You know that's undefeated forever and ever, sir. Press 1. That's undefeated forever, bro.
My king was born king. The Bible says he's a 7-weight king. He's a king of the Jews. That's a racial king. He's a king of Israel. That's a national king. He's a king of righteousness. He's a king of the ages. He's a king of heaven. He's a king of glory. He's a king of kings, and he is the Lord of lords. Now that's my king. Well, I wonder if you know him. Do you know him? Don't try to mislead me. Do you know my king?
You know him?
David said the heavens declare the glory of God, and the firmament showeth his handiwork.
Facts.
My king is the only one whom there's no means of measure can define his limitless love.
Facts.
No far-seeing telescope can bring into visibility the coastline of his soulless supply.
Come on.
No barriers can hinder him from pouring out his blessing.
King David.
Well, he's enduringly strong.
Talk to him.
He's entirely sincere. He's eternally steadfast.
Come on.
He's immortally graceful. He's imperially powerful. And he's impartially merciful. That's my king.
That's my king.
He's God's son.
God's son.
He's a sinner's savior. He's the centerpiece of civilization.
Facts.
He stands alone in himself.
By himself.
He's august. He's unique. He's unparalleled. He's unprecedented. He's supreme. He's preeminent. Well, he's the loftiest idea in literature. He's the highest personality in philosophy.
Facts.
He's the supreme problem in high criticism.
Facts.
He's the fundamental doctrine of true theology.
Check.
He's the cardinal necessity of spiritual religion.
Check.
And that's my king. He's the miracle of the age. He's the superlative of everything good that you choose to call him. Well, he's the only one able to supply all of our needs simultaneously. He supplies strength for the weak. He's available for the tempted and the tried. He sympathizes and he saves. He's star of God and he guides. He heals the sick. He cleanses the lepers. He forgives sinners. He discharges debtors. He delivers the captives. He defends the feeble. He blesses the young. He serves the unfortunate. He regards the aged. He rewards the diligent. And he beautifies the meek. Do you know him? Well, my king is a key of knowledge. He's a wellspring of wisdom. He's a doorway of deliverance. He's a pathway of peace. He's a roadway of righteousness. He's a highway of holiness. He's a gateway of glory. He's a master of the mighty. He's a captain of the conquerors. He's the head of the heroes. He's the leader of the legislators. He's the overseer of the overcomers. He's the governor of governors. He's the prince of princes. He's the king of kings. And he's the Lord of lords. That's my king. Yeah.
They couldn't talk about their king like that.
That's my king.
Talk to him.
My king. Yeah. His office is manifold. His promise is sure. His light is matchless. His goodness is limitless. His mercy is everlasting. His love never changes. His word is enough. His grace is sufficient. His reign is righteous. His yoke is easy, and his burden is light. I wish I could describe him to you.
My problem.
But he's indescribable. He's indescribable. Yeah. He's incomprehensible. He's invincible. He's irresistible. I'm trying to tell you, the heavens of heavens cannot contain him, let alone a man explaining him. You can't get him out of your mouth. You can't get him off of your hand. You can't outlive him, and you can't live without him. Well, Pharisees couldn't stand him, but they found out they couldn't stop him. Pilate couldn't find any fault in him. The witnesses couldn't get their testimonies to agree. Herod couldn't kill him. Death couldn't handle him, and the grave couldn't hold him. That's my king. Yeah! He always has been, and he always will be. I'm talking about he had no predecessor, and he'll have no successor.
Nobody after him.
There was nobody before him, and there'll be nobody after him. You can't impeach him, and he's not going to resign.
It's facts. Facts.
That's my
Talk to him.
Time is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory. All the power belongs to my king.
Talk to him.
We around here talking about black power and white power and green power, but it's God's power. Thine is the power. Yeah.
And what else?
And the glory. We finally get prestige and honor and glory for ourselves, but the glory is all his. Yes, thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever and ever.
Facts.
And ever and ever. How long is that? And ever and ever and ever and ever. And when you get through with all of the forever, then amen.
Then amen. Press one. Yeah, that's the end of those worlds right there. God didn't come to keep you in no damn mind control. Press one. God is coming to destroy these worlds that has been placed on your brain. These ones right here. Press one. These ones right here. The big flash. That's why they say all you got to do is look. Press one. Because that's all you had to do to believe in Satan was to look. That's why.
Awesome.
Press one. So don't try to be. You better take part. Don't sit back and watch and try to hide. This is all Kev Gills and his superhero friends. Coffee and Kush TV. You on the air. What up?
Good morning, sir. This B from Texas. How you doing?
Oh, man. We blessed.
Yes, sir.
What's up, champion?
I was looking at that. We talking about quantum mechanics.
Yes, sir.
And even watching the video last night, it made me think about Back to the Future.
Go ahead.
With them, how they use their movies, and they got the idea for Back to the Future about the certain rules that they have on, like if you go back and meet yourself in the future or whatnot in the past, that they can't. I'm gonna read this. It comes from something called Pauli exclusion principle.
Go ahead.
And it says in quantum physics, the Pauli exclusion principle states that two or more identical particles with half integer spins cannot occupy the same quantum state within a quantum system simultaneously. Okay? All right, with me reading that made me look at Albert Einstein, and then that picture that you had of the guy, Herman Wirth, how similar they look, and they go back to, like, what you were showing us with the other people who
all look alike. Woodrow Wilson, Pope Pius, all of these individuals.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Yes. All right. with me looking at this and seeing their rules, they never have them occupying the same space. They abide by this principle.
So it's true. So in time, you have to be a younger or older Einstein, not the same one for the script to run, because you can't be two Hitlers in one place. You got to be J.P. Morgan 10 years ago and Grover Cleveland 15 years from that point. They cannot occupy the same space and time and history. Go ahead. So Dawes and Hitler cannot be the same person, because in that theory they can operate the same space and time, but in real life, at its source, you're dealing with the same individuals. Go ahead.
Right, they just in the makeup room popping on some prosthetics. The noses.
Go ahead.
Prosthetics. That's
eyes is the window to the soul. Go ahead, champion.
Right, and then when you look at those two pictures, if you look at the corner of that those men's eyes, that's the same man.
Come on, man. You know? Come on, G.
All right.
And that's Dawes. Look at his chin. That's Dawes. That's the one who genocided you out of existence, and that's Adolf Hitler, who genocided the Jews. Come on now. Go ahead, King.
That's it. All right. I was looking at the guy Herman Wirth is who they calling him on there. He was part of the SS.
Of course he was.
Right. And he was a part of this thing. I can't even pronounce it. It's I'm gonna try.
So Einstein and Herman Wirth are both Germans. Go ahead, King.
Yes, sir. Both Germans. All right. Herman Wirth was a historian, part of the SS.
Go ahead.
Part of the SS. And another thing he did, he formed a think tank. So they planned all these things.
Now, what did I say? What did I say I needed? A think tank, didn't I? That lady said, what we going to do with a think tank? We need something to do now. Sit down, woman. You don't know what a king is. I said I need a think tank, damn it. Give me the finest black men on earth from urban communities, and we'll make something out of them. We turn bad boys into grown men in this world. Go ahead, King.
Yes, sir. And in that think tank, what they had scholars and scientists from a broad range of academic disciplines, and fostered the idea that the German people descend from an Aryan race, which were racially superior to other groups.
So they all came up with the plan to make themselves, to validate their stance on what their viewpoints are on this scientific, historic motherfucking event they finna pull off. Go ahead.
Right. So in turn, I'm gonna create the think tank. I'm gonna be the the historian, and gather all the information on the history on how we're gonna do it. Then I'm gonna in turn go to the makeup room, and I'm gonna come out and be the smartest dude ever, and give you the science behind it. So he's playing roles to the fullest. Like Steve Urkel and what was the other one?
Stefan. That's so me. Yeah, Stefan. I love that shit. Stefan. Cause y'all fucked up. Y'all see the geek ass Kev Gill, smart as hell. Y'all don't know Kev. Kev. Go ahead, King.
All right. I looked at Albert Einstein. Okay. It said Albert Einstein. He started work at a Swiss patent office.
Oh,
so
no.
A lot of this technology he had access to.
Oh, my goodness.
Swiss and the banking. And the patent office going to have what all the patents and the ideas are. So they just take it and go to the think tank.
Oh, all right, my goodness.
I got something else. Hold on, Kill. All right, where is it? All right. I started looking at Albert Einstein's education.
Go ahead.
He worked for the patent office from 1902 to 1909.
I bet he did.
All
Go
right,
ahead.
Then I started looking at all these institutions. All right, 1908, he's at the University of Bern. 1909 through 1911, Zurich University. Charles University.
You said Zurich? Zurich? What university? Zurich? Zurich, like the guy from The Fifth Element, Zurich, the bad guy that Chris Tucker was running from.
Zurich.
Oh my goodness! The nothingness. Go ahead, King.
Okay, Charles University.
Oh, this is fun.
1911 and 1912.
This is fun.
ETH Zurich. I don't know what that is.
That's more ET Zurich.
Okay.
That's what made. What did ET do? It made black people aliens, bro. Come on, bro. That's a little nigga in the bed, adopted nigga sitting around talking about. That's them niggas who was sitting on the show yesterday. That's Billy Carson with a blanket on and a little white man trying to get him back to the moon. Go ahead.
Okay. You got the Prussian Academy of Science, 1914.
Oh my goodness! So he Prussian.
Ain't that during both World Wars?
Yes, sir.
That's during both World Wars.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you got the Humboldt University of Berlin at the same time. 1914.
Oh, this is Adolf Hitler. This him. Shit. Go ahead.
Normalized, not forcing.
Kaiser Wilhelm Institute, 1917.
Wait a minute. Kaiser is in the Bible as sons of Gomer. You telling me Kaiser Permanente is really Kaiser Hospital? Go ahead. I'm tripping.
All right. You got German Physical Society. He was the president from 1916 to 1918. Linden University, 1920. Institute of Advanced Studies for Princeton, 1933 until he died. And one thing I noticed about all this,
what's that?
Who stays in school from 1908 all the way to 19...
That's at the theater of war. That's right. Adolf Hitler. I mean, Albert Einstein type shit. Only motherfucker, a scientist up to no good who trying to get rid of everybody would do some shit like that. Go ahead.
That's it. I'm like, man, you didn't learn. Like, they made you this. You didn't get educated or and come up with these things. It's a plan. It's showing me by looking at that, it's a plan. Then one more thing I looked at on Albert Einstein.
Go ahead.
His citizenship. Okay. All right. Citizenship. Kingdom of Wartenberg, part of German Empire.
Oh my goodness.
Until 1896. He was stateless. They said he was stateless.
Oh, he was black.
1896 to 1901.
Oh my goodness.
Then he became citizen. He got citizenship with Switzerland from 1901 to 1955. Okay, Austria, part of Austro-Hungarian Empire, 1911 to 1912.
Wow.
Then we got the Kingdom of Prussia, part of the German Empire, from 1914 to 1918.
This is him.
State of Prussia, Weimar Republic, 1918 to 1933. And then it says the United States from 1914.
You said Wiener Republic?
Weimar, W-E-I-M-A-R. Weimar.
Okay, Weimar. Go ahead.
Weimar Republic. So I'm looking at, man, you got all these citizenships, dual citizenships, multi-citizenships. So it's like you were showing that picture of the light and then the different branches that break off.
Yes.
This man was all over the place. He was all over the place, all around the Germans,
So he's the original Where's Waldo? You can't find him.
Yeah, you can't find him. This man everywhere. And it's easy for him to play different roles.
He's the man, the original Man in Black. He's the guy.
Everywhere. And I just observed all that, just checking out what a lot of his stuff, man. It's just like, what is he about and everything. And I was like, I found that to be, man, super interesting.
I'm glad you did, because that's what taking notes is all about. It's like seeing this stuff, putting it together, like, wait a minute, and then calling in and having fun with what you see, what you find, what you can kind of interpret from first. This is your first time seeing that, so eventually your mind will make sense of even more, and that's a beautiful thing.
Yes, sir. And just looking at everything, it makes everything you teaching like. You gave us the goggles, like you said, the XP goggles. I'm not looking at stuff as like a normal or a person under hypnosis would. I can see it different. And then you kept saying yesterday, man, being an observer, you can see it different. So I just sat back, just observe.
Yes.
Man,
Just
powerful,
watch
brother.
it. Don't let your feelings get caught up in it. Observe it. Let your mind go to work with what info you have and grow from that point on and keep growing because it's limitless. You know, we have a whole history and worlds to uncover, not just in the quantum and allegorical in time immemorial, but in real life, and how to transfer that information from interdimension, interstellar thinking into a reality, which is how we're doing it now. Not some dream world. We coming from the dream world, not to go into another one. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. And even in school, man, they talk about Albert Einstein and these theories and all this. I kind of set that out of my mind, like, man, this ain't real. This some other stuff, you know. I wasn't really paying attention to it like that. But then when you brought up the theory of relativity and then you start looking into these things and then how we know how they move, we know they plays. Like watching Madden, I know the plays.
You know the play.
Like
playing football, playing Madden, y'all keep running these same plays. Eventually, the average nigga who play, excuse my French, the nigga who play Madden is going to say, wait a minute, they keep throwing that fucking Keith Cash play from back in the day. Hell no, I got to stop this. You know
Hey, so look, I already know you finna run this Hail Mary play. You do this every third down. So guess what? We finna play some prevent.
Bingo.
And we finna run the TD back.
Bingo.
But that's it for the Lord.
His trick play is finna try to run it in and throw a flea flicker off the 3-yard line. Come on with that offside blitz, but keep a zone out there. Make a mistake and intercept that run back to the house in front of all my fans. Deion Sanders style. I'm waiting for the next mad nigga to come on. But I appreciate you so much. Let me say this.
Yes,
and Taj sent me this. He posted this in my Discord. It say, in summary, historical relativism argues that all written history involves interpretation. Every historian writes from a frame of reference containing his judgments on the necessary, the possible, and the desirable. So, it's really to the eye of the beholder and those of us who are able to change the perspective and make people think. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes,
and we're doing a good job at not the scientific part of it, which is alchemy and the different sciences to deny God and place the power inside of man. No. We are actually arguing written history and we are interpreting it the way Kev see it, correctly? You see what I'm saying,
Correct.
champ?
And we're not just interpreting it, man. You winning. It's a win. They like plausible deniability is shrinking for them.
Oh, it's shrunk.
Every time you do this,
it's shrunk.
It's shrunk. It's they out of there.
They out of there.
Losing.
Then it will manifest itself in real life. Go ahead, champ.
I want to read a scripture that made me think about that this brought it up to me. All right, it's Daniel 7.
Come on.
25. It says, and he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws.
Wow.
And they shall be given into his hand until a time and a times and the dividing of times.
Wow.
That hit me hard. I was like, man, that hit me hard.
Read it again. Read it again for me one more time, champion, before you get to what you thought. Read that again.
Okay, all right. It says, and he shall speak great words against the Most High.
Come on.
And shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws. And they shall be given into his hand until a time and times and the dividing of times. What made me think about this scripture when y'all was talking about how they last night taking time and like folding it like a piece of paper.
Right, overlapping
over
time.
The top. overlapping,
Yes.
like that, like you got times overlapping, and then they folding it like a dividing of time.
That
That
makes
made me,
sense. Back to the brother from New York we was talking about. Go ahead, the dividing of. Go ahead, champ.
yeah, the dividing the times. We already know about the changing times and the laws. Like you showed us how they changed times, even on that building where they took that M off.
Yes.
You know, changing 1,000 years. Okay, and then in law, we've been learning about how they taking the law that's already here and they're not trying, they amend it, putting amendments over the top. So they thinking they changing it, but it's inalienable. So they're not really changing it. It's just until we wake up and go back to the original. So man, like that scripture hit me hard. They do speak great things against God, and yeah, they've been wearing us out. They've been beating us down.
It's the psychotrauma of us and our belief in God and what Albert Einstein per se in this whole foreign mind consuming process. Would you say that is the against God and speaking high things and he didn't create the earth. The earth was created 30 billion years ago by the Nephilim, and then the Nephilim fell out of the sky and then they fell on earth, and then we were born and they left us here. See, that ain't what the scriptures say.
That's exactly what it is.
They're speaking against
exactly
God,
what
bro.
It is. Yeah, because they even got our people. Man, I got partners and we grew up together. They on some of this stuff. I'm like, bro, like, man, you gonna believe in something. All right, they talk about a lot of people don't want to believe in God. How you gonna believe in something you can't see? You know, how you gonna believe in something you can't see and prove? I'm like, man, what is wrong with you, bro?
Y'all
like,
gonna say it to me. I can prove it. I got testimony. I got this word. I got history time on my side, bro. What do you got other than you looking at me that way and smucking your lips up, bro?
A Big Bang theory, a theory. You going on a theory, all right? You got 5 million, zillion, bazillion years by all these people coming out here with all this foolishness. You telling me that about planets and everything? You know, everything that you saying is a theory. No, man, look, observe, the observer. So I'll be the observer. I sit back. I see God got lights in the sky. Got the moon, the lesser light, like the Bible said. The sun is the greater light. But we ain't supposed to worship that, man. They got you worshiping this stuff that you don't know nothing about. But then the stuff that's real, you reject it, and that's what's for you. That's what God put here for you, so you will know. Like,
you don't put.
They got us
Now you don't
our
make
word.
the heavenly bodies. You don't make the heavenly bodies God body. You don't put the stars in heaven and the moon and all of the light that God has set. You don't begin to worship. That's Nimrod. That's the devil's tower right there. You worship that and say, no, God, we worship this the way we want to, and we worship like this. Go ahead.
And then the next step to that is them thinking they God again. That's how they get them.
That's how they.
It's a process to it. They get you doubting. Like, you know what I think about when Christ was telling us about having faith the size of a mustard seed, you can move mountains. All right, just in like these people having that doubt is moving their mind. So it's about what you got in your heart. If you love God, no matter what you go through, you're going to hold on to that. Keep that faith of a mustard seed. But if you got that doubt, you're going to let doubt grow. I'm not going to let doubt grow. There's no doubt. No doubt about it. I'm thankful to God for sending his son Christ and Christ in the spirit of truth. I'm thankful. So you just got to hold on to what's real, and that's God's word. That's what I do. That's what and if I fall short, I pray to God for more faith. That's it, bro.
I appreciate you, champion.
Hey, much love, bro. I'm going to get up out of here.
My man.
I just had to share that with you. I'm going to keep studying.
And people are calling, so thank you, champion. My man B from Texas coming in and sharing that. But yeah, check that out. In summary, historical relativism argues that all written history involves interpretation. So all of the history that you see on the screen in different worlds, and all of this was interpreted by, they all gonna refer individuals in the black community, but it all gonna come back to Albert Einstein cousin, who wrote himself in history way back then. Coffee and Kush TV. What's your name? Where you calling from?
It's Craig from California.
Craig, what up?
Yeah, this is this is an awesome broadcast you have for us today. I just wanted to thank the last caller for exposing that line, that's the part of Einstein. I'm so sick of that man being said through history when he broke science. That's why we have the two divisions of science, all this confusion, and they know since the beginning of science that there's only one perfect shape, and it talks about that in the Bible. And
talk about what?
The tetranomegon, the shape. Well, they say it's the name of God, and it's a shape of the other universe.
Wait.
Only one perfect shape.
Wait.
Perfection.
Wait.
Yes.
What's hey? Wait. Let me take my beanie off. I gotta hear this straight. What you say, sir?
Yeah. I said that since Einstein broke science to make the macro, the small, and the big different and separate, that's why we have the string theories and all these theories. They've always known that there's only one perfect shape, one shape of 12 points pointing in, pointing out. That's why they have all these different religions focus on it.
What shape is that?
There's only one perfect shape. And that's what the universe, that's the shape of the universe. Everything's made out of. That's from the 0 point and all that stuff. I think you some stuff on the
sir,
on the Patreon.
What are you talking about, sir? Sir, Richard, what are you talking about?
Well, I'm just talking about how they broke science, it broke the thought
what
processes,
shape is
and
the
everybody
universe?
in confusion. Well, it's like the dodecahedron. It's like it's a shape of the universe. Like how the shape of a proton, what a proton is. There's different things, as far as we know in this universe, that go small, like the Planck scale, because we know that's not equal to mc squared. It's a magnifying ratio.
Sir,
yeah.
This is Babylonian speech that you've got in your
Okay,
mouth.
that's fine. It's fine. It's science, but I'm just saying, as far as the thought process of Einstein, we're talking about Einstein, who broke everything. We're talking about all these Schrodinger's, CAD, and all these different false experiments, the double slit experiments. I'm just going into different experiments that they've had. They show just like the Casimir effect and everything, how we get energy from the vacuum. Since we know in space there's a vacuum, right? So
no, we don't know nothing. We don't know nothing, sir.
Well, in a light bulb, in order to get a light bulb to work, you have to have the vacuum in order to so you can get light, or not the film will burn out.
That's why I just said leave it right here. That's why I said call back when we focus. I don't know what the hell you talking about. To me, you got the speech patterns of distractive behavior. I'm talking about something specific, and you just going off and said the shape of the universe. You don't know what the shape of a universe is. What are you talking about? You don't know how big or how vast this place is or nothing. What are you talking about? I'm not here to play these little games and for you to update me on what I'm talking about. Get in your studies. Stop trying to teach me what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about nothing about Thoth and what shape you think the universe is in. And there's only one shape of the universe that's described as God. Bro, you people, especially the men, y'all smacking y'all lips. And y'all, nigga, I don't give a fuck about what you sent me on Patreon. I ain't responding to that type of nonsense when my brain is focused right here. I don't understand nothing you talking about, and that nothing, nobody called in that sounded confusing at all. And now here you come talking about what shape the universe is. You got the same ideology as Nimrod and them. I can feel it because you ain't saying nothing. Don't call me just to say, yeah, I'm doing a good job. Y'all are what shape of the universe? What's the shape of the universe? Talk to me. What shape? What was you when God said he shaped the universe like a triathlon? Press 1. Where's this? You said the word of God speaks about this shape as well, and you lying. He lying. He lying. He didn't even want to go back to see. We're 2 or 3. I got all these people, and that's that satanic agenda shit. Press 1, and you may not even know it. You may be ignorant of it. Are you trying to challenge me and think I can't see past the smacking in your lips? Nigga, straighten up. Press 1. Shout out to Tor. Like Billy Carson do look like E.T. Mac and me. I told you, bro. That my man Tor. He said, bro, Billy Carson do look like Mac and me and E.T. and them. I told you. He think that he was sent here from a different planet, and all he got to do is do this and use his finger and go, ouch, press one, ouch, press one, ouch, press one. No, nigga. I ain't my history didn't come from E.T. Press one. I ain't doing it. These brothers don't know what I'm on. They were on their own ways of understanding in my world. It ain't happening. Press one. You better come with the script or don't come at all. You gotta be prepared to fight this good fight. 424-209-9506. Don't call me. Yeah, and that God y'all be talking about, it talk about in the Bible, it's about the shape. Sir, did you hear what B from Texas just said about Daniel for you to be calling my phone talking about press one? Nigga, if you away over there somewhere, press one. We don't press one. You better know. I'm talking about this flat. Why that sister who called in, she said you better get it's this blue light right here. And what you talking about? The shape of the goddamn universe. Press one. Nigga ain't got a space shuttle to first. Nigga ain't got a telescope at the 1-bedroom shack he living in. He ain't went outside at 3 o'clock in the morning and looked up nothing. He taking part in the ritualistic nonsense, but he ain't looked at one star, came to one conclusion to himself, bro. Press one. I'm not doing it with you brothers this year. I get too much support to worry about all that. Go ahead.
Man.
Go ahead, champ.
Man, all right. I got a couple quick things, man. I wanted to read something. This relates back to the Devil's Tower.
Go ahead.
Tower of Babel and everything like that. And remember, it was something. Once I read about it, they were talking about these Native American girls that went to the top of and it all goes back into the fracturing of the history and everything like that. The metaverse. They had these Native American girls that went to the top of the mountain. When they went to the top of the mountain, running away from the bear, they were immortalized by becoming Pleiades. And
like Palladians?
Pleiades, just like Palladians. Yes, sir. Yes,
so these white people, Native Americans, went to the top of the Devil's Tower and came back as Palladians. Go ahead.
Yeah. So the thing that I started looking for stuff for scriptural reference, and it's crazy that causes happen because it is Job 38:31-38.
Come
right?
on.
It said, "Canst thou bind the sweet influences of Pallades, or loose the bands of Orion? Canst thou bring?" This is Job.
Hold up, you breaking up. It's too hot. You broke up. Start over. Say it again.
All right, I said, "Canst thou bind the sweet influences of Pallades, or loose the bands of Orion? Canst thou bring forth Mazzaroth in his season, or canst thou guide Arcturus with his sons? Knowest thou the ordinances of heaven? Canst thou set the dominion thereof in the earth? Canst thou lift up the voice to the clouds, that abundance of waters may cover thee? Canst thou send lightning? Canst they may go and say unto thee, Here we are? Who have put wisdom in the inward parts, or who have given understanding to the heart? Who can number the clouds in wisdom, or who can say the bottles of heaven? When the dust groweth into hardness, and the clouds cleave fast together. And what I got from that was basically God tried in Job, like, dog, like, get your head up out the clouds. You can't do what I do. Yeah. I am God. I'm the creator of all this. I put every star in place.
Can Orion do this? Is Orion
feeding none of them do
Can none of these gods that they did nothing? I'm the protector. When you call out to the clouds and you put it in their name, ain't nothing come.
Righteous.
And reminding Job what? These are mere idols, bruh.
That's it. And you violate, like, to go into that way of thinking is a violation of the law.
Go ahead.
And that ties back into what we're talking about right now, as far as the theory of relativity. And something that that I started thinking about is, again, the historical relativity. And it was one of the calls earlier, I think it was said, is basically the perception, you putting everything into frame. And you not only is you putting everything in the frame, you're controlling the frame. Like, an example would be, he's the smartest person ever, right?
Right.
So, in the relativism, the way they made it, the way I initially took it, the theory of relativity, I only assumed that was talking about relativity as far as science goes, as far as physics and stuff like that. But it could also be applied to law. And
that's right. By way of historical theory. Go ahead.
Yeah. So I got to the point, and I think this is where I was trying to get to yesterday. I ain't quite get there. Is understanding that in relativity, in the theory of relativity, the constant, the metric is the speed of light. That's the c squared. C is the constant. So when you change the constant, you can warp the perception. You get what I'm saying?
As they would say, time can slow down for you, depending on how it's perceived or how. Jeez, man, how could I explain that?
It can slow down or it can speed up, and it's like, remember, B was just now saying that thing, and I had a thought pop into my head as soon as B said that, man. And it was about the Jubilees. The Jubilees is a metric in time that's supposed to be honored.
The Jubilee is a metric in time that's supposed to be honored.
Yeah, so that's the constant.
That's the constant. That's the light.
So my thing is, if that's the way that things are supposed to be measured and restored to order, and they haven't been restored to order, and just going off of the time period that we're going about,
come on,
it said a time, another time, and a division of a time.
Go ahead.
That would put us in this area where all this stuff, like when all of this stuff started happening, to pretty much to split it and have divided perfectly 50, 50, 25. That put us in 1898.
Wait. Now wait a minute. Say that over so my students can hear exactly what you're saying about this time and your calculations, sir.
All right. So a time is a jubilee. A jubilee is 50 years. So when B read that scripture, it said a time, another time, and a division of time.
Come on.
So a division of 50 would be 25.
Come on.
And 125 years to this year is the Wilmington coup. It's the coup of Wilmington.
How did you get from where? What's the time frame from the 150 years? Are you talking 2022, 2023? Backward?
From 2023 back is 125 years, because it's a time, 50, plus another time, another 50, that leads us to 100, plus a division of time.
Go ahead.
Split perfectly in half, that'd be 125 years.
Talk that shit.
Yeah, bro. B, I appreciate you reading that scripture, because it just now sent my mind way off into somewhere else but it go back to them being able to change the constant, which is time.
Which is Jubilee.
Right.
That the light.
And that's
so
the reason.
Go ahead.
If we were aware of who we were, we'd be demanding the honoring of the Jubilee. And somebody, I think it was Yehuda that was talking about just the trauma and the repeated trauma of seeing your loved ones die around you. That's a traumatic experience and a threat that this will too happen to you if you ever bring this up again. And it's like, I know exactly what because everybody, if you ever ask your great-grandparents about how you get up here, oh, you from the South? And it's almost like they shake, bro. Like, and I never understood it until I sat down at the university and I started having a greater understanding. I started being empathetic and putting myself in their shoes and understanding, like, okay, this is what happened, and we ain't in this position because we ain't, you know what I mean? We in this position because we stopped honoring who we were, and we forgot who
you stop honoring God.
Yeah, because we are God's people. We the people.
So you stop honoring God, and they stop honoring the Jubilee. You forgot the Jubilee. Walt Disney remembers every 50 years because they stole the sovereignty of the king.
And then they took it. They literally put the outfit on.
So,
they put the clothes on.
So who is Mickey Mouse? Who is Mickey Mouse?
Who is he? A false representation?
But who is he? It's of who?
He a false representation of George.
That's right.
False.
He's a puppet government.
That's it. He's the shadow. He is the multiverse that like one of the facets that one of the folds that we living in. And every time that we expose and observe a fold, it either tries to make another one, and it's getting to the point where it's collapsing on itself because you can't continue to make these folds of these incorrect folds without it being the pressure building. It's like when you fold the paper up, like y'all was talking yesterday, bro. You and Messiah. When you keep folding the paper, it's going to want to like sprout. It's going to want to.
It's going to pop back out. Boom.
Yeah, it's like a snake in one of them cans, one of them old toys.
Bingo.
Snake in the can, you keep push it down in a Jack in the Box. Actually, in a Jack in the Box. That's funny. Jack in the Box. Jack in the Box.
Jack is who?
Jacob.
Huh? Jacob. Jack. They've been saying it the whole time. Jack and Jill run up the hill. Jack in the Box. Humpty Dumpty. All of these is laugh along folklore stories about your downfall. And how they got you, Jack in the box.
And they change they control his perception.
That's what I mean. By way of mirrors.
He won't remember himself until an ordained time.
Bingo. And what was Jack? Jack in the Box is always a clown.
Right, the jester, the court jester.
The court jester, who's the king. Because Sarnetta said, all we got to get you nigga is a red nose. You'll be the perfect clown. You just don't know what they don't know what they doing.
Yeah. Hey, Kev, man. Yeah, bro. I'm falling back. I'm at work, bro.
My man.
Keep pondering, bro.
My man.
But peace, bro.
We gonna keep getting to it. My man. Taj always delivering more and more and more. Look, the Rat King Pope, every 50 years, y'all don't even believe in God no more. Y'all don't believe this is a sovereign nation, a republic of kings. Y'all hate kings. You want a president. You want Mickey Mouse. You want a puppet government setting amendments to control Florida and tell your representatives what they can and can't do. And that's a illegal corporate body that brings foreigners here by way of cruise lines and other means. Got all type of kidnap accusations on there. Ain't even a real play to make you turn in your revenue, your real hard-earned money for Monopoly Disney bucks, and you gonna come tell me you just went to Disney. You gonna tell me about crypto, nigga? Disney is crypto. You gonna waste your money, your hard-earned money. They gonna trade your money in for Disney bucks. Give your dumb ass a hat with 2 red ears making you a part. Now let me stop. A part of the 33 Club. That's the 33% dowries raping of our communities. Press 1, you're going to take part in the circus that conquers the world. Is that what y'all think? This is the beast that the Bible speaks of. This is the illegal puppet government that's running the television program that Joe Biden just fell around and fell on the ground. And you, look at him because I'm a Republican about to laugh. They played y'all. They played the shit out of your world. That's just what it is. You've been ideologically subverted by Nazis. Stateless beings is the ruler of your world. This is they father of all lies. This is the one that told them that if they jump, they gravity and everything else that your ass believe. And you can't serve 2 masters. You can't serve the king and serve a mindset of slavery and death by people who don't know God. You went after they gods. You went after stars and moons and folklores and witchery and tarot cards and horoscopes and all of this over the king himself. That's why your ass is in bizarre land and wonderland, because you don't know this is your law. You rather believe in the TV than go out and commit a crime and then go to jail for the rest of your life and say, I'll never snitch. Instead of holding yourself up accountable, standing up like a damn man, ain't got nothing to do with how you dress or none of that. It's your actions, G. It's your spiritual genetic makeup. You got Cain. You got Esau, you got Jacob, you got all these Shemites, you got all these different things. You better know who you are so you can carry yourself like you righteous, depending on, it don't matter what lineage you come from. You better carry yourself like you righteous. You better be a righteous Hindu person. You better be a righteous Asian or a white person or a Russian or a German, and God will figure you out. There ain't no thing about it. Hey, don't try to convince me you righteous. Your work's gonna show. When I was down on my luck, you know who helped me? Todd helped me. I don't give a damn what he say. Kev, you ain't got to fuck that. Todd helped me. Motherfucker, Amanda helped me when I was down. Individuals all over the place helped me reinstate my shit. So everything that was lost, I didn't have on my heart. It was easier for me to say, you know what? Consider it all a loss. I'm dead to them and they dead to me. Press 1. People be wondering how you just can move places and just settle, because I'm dead to the world and the world is dead to me. Press 1. That's why. I'm that good of a person that evil don't want me around. It don't matter how good of a person. Niggas don't. Yeah, that's too much goodness, bro. That's why I wish Nipsey would have went on to continue his life without the constraints of these niggas, bro. And these females, bro. Because it'd be so much. If that nigga knew computers, he knew quantum mechanics, bro. How could y'all let these beautiful minds be victims of your own ignorance? But that's what befools God. How could y'all allow the big whatevers take individuals like that away, bro? And only thing y'all like to do is listen to the damn beat rather than experience it for real so you can make some change. I can't wake up without this on my brain, because I embrace that. I embrace the hurt in his eyes when I see Nipsey Hussle CD of what a nigga could have been, G. Because the windows is the highway to the soul. So I see purity. I see honesty. I see a real fly Crip. In Pac, I see real fly revolutionary. The females love that type of revolution. They love that type of fly, Crip and blood and GD. But if a nigga ain't got no sense, what's your value? You be living on these street corners and niggas act like they need somebody else to get $10,000 to start a t-shirt business, to think outside the box, to put technology in their store so they people can order their product. Just do different and be who you are. Facts, G, because this is what my brain is. My brain, since I was a kid, been on quantum physics. I didn't even know why. I didn't know I would be questioning to the law of relativity on the damn YouTube. I didn't know why God gave a nigga historical boom, 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 so we can get to the source of their power. Press 1. If I would have graduated their school, I would have never challenged what they taught me. You feel me? And sometimes God will bring those who ain't graduated shit just to put you on game about life. Press one, he'll humble you real fast. And niggas think, oh, he ain't got no degree. This nigga, what King Kush say? He don't even got no license. Nigga, I didn't need no license. I was on a run from the law. You get blammed out. You get blammed out here talking that shit. He ain't got no trying to put on for some weak ass females, bro. For what? Try to down me. I don't need no license, nigga. I got Uber. I've learned to adapt, nigga. Press one. Need no damn license. What I need a car for when I'm gonna be in Utah in a couple months, or when I'm gonna be in Texas. What the fuck I'm gonna do? Drive, nigga. JetBlue is my motherfucking car. Press one. My car is $600 a ticket, nigga. That's what it is. And I got, I'm so good at flying now, nigga. I got motherfucking, what you call that when you got money on goddamn JetBlue and you ain't even know you got a whole ticket worth. I got a free flight with not enough bucks, not enough flight miles on that bitch, and I still got free flight because I just be flying and buying a cheap ticket. Never mind, I ain't gonna tell you how to start $1 billion business. I might just get you a cheap ticket for the low. Press one. It ain't what you know, it's how you know it. Press one. You see that? Every time I get on this, my chain come off my neck. Because we break chains over here. And it ain't broken. It ain't nothing. It always seem to find out when layers and layers and layers come off my mental. I don't need no gold or no diamond. Nigga, we is the gold. Press one. You don't need none of that. You know what I'm saying? We break chains around this bitch. Press one. And you got to peep the signs. I was just telling Taj that the other day. I said, you see, I was on the air and I was talking. I was in my mode. And my chain fell into my hand. Just gracefully. And I thought about it. Like, why the fuck? But everything is symbolic. Like I'm seeing a lot of bumblebees right now. Just let me know something sweet is on the horizon. Right around the corner. I didn't know why I was seeing all these bumblebees. Press one. I thought it was a Hennessy commercial or something. You know, them drinks. No, bro. It's something sweet on the horizon. That's how I look at life now. I look at that everything that happens to me is because it's supposed to. That's why. And everything is a symbol. Just like I'll be watching these movies and we be peeping the signs. Like Pac say, watch the signs and follow the rules. You can't peep. I ain't talking about the stars and the moon. I'm talking about your daily alchemist self. Is watch what happened to you on the daily. I remember one time walking up South Central, walking up Western, and I just got out of that situation. And I remember my homeboy here, Hebrew Israelite, he like, Kev, put this lotion, just put this ointment on. God protects us, bro. I let him do that. He ointed me up, and I'm like, that's what's up. It feel good when your brothers approach you on that type of time. Like, bro, I see you in your light. Watch this. You know, so I'm walking up to Food for Less up the block before Jefferson and Jefferson Park in L.A. And this dude is looking at me. He's Mexican. But not a gangbanger Mexican. We all like this. Everybody know what shit is. This is an old motherfucking movie style, paisa, drug dealing ass devil Mexican. Press one, this motherfucker looking at me coming in all of my light. And I said, what? I wonder what this devil is about to try to ask me. Because I know he's finna get my attention. I'm just going to go get a chicken combo with some potato wedges. For real, on some other shit, and talk to my Jamaican brother who watched my show in the parking lot, always getting down, selling shit, you know, because that's what Jamaicans do. So I go, the Mexican come out and say, I got something for you. You ain't got nothing for me. Yeah, I got something for you. Oh, yeah? What you got? Right this way, migo. You policia? How you got something for me and then go ask me if I'm the policia? Press one. I said, this Satan. Right here. He got his boots on. He got the whole character going, y'all. Listen to me. He got the whole character going. I felt like we was in Mexico. What the fuck? I felt like Denzel in that movie where he had to get that little girl back. These Mexicans crazy as hell. He got the whole facade going and he pretending to be drunk. He drunk too. So I said, you know what? I don't want to see nothing. Because I know you finna open that door like you drunk and all your shit about to fall out, which was gonna entice me. Press 1, I was gonna say, whoa, look at all these drugs, and he drunk and don't know what he doing. Ha ha ha. Press 1, I don't even want to see nothing, champ. You keep your drugs, and remember, God is good all the time. Press 1. As soon as you take them drugs, nigga, LAPD and SWAT and nigga, the helicopter, we got this nigga. Press. I thought, what will my YouTube community think of me? You remember that? Remember those wristbands? What would Jesus do? What would what would these people think of me? See me on the news buying drugs. I'm talking about I'm Kev Gillespie and all this smart. I'm not about to throw that away. You feel me? No, for some damn dude I don't know. Nigga probably got 30 bricks. Press 1, steal it all, I'm drunk. Press 1, won't get me. You got to look at life like that, especially in our hoods. It's like these type of things, instances happen all the time, and you got to make the proper choice to do the right thing or participate in worldly shit and take what comes with that. You know what I'm saying? That Canaan law, the underworld where you made the bed, you lie in it. Nah, bro, hold yourself accountable. Fight your inner beastly self, your human self, and say, you know what? And let God work. You know what? No. You know, they say follow your first instinct. Follow that mind that's there first. No. I don't care how you cool you got to make this shit look. No. Fine. No, you know what? I just thought about I'm good. Press 1, marijuana legal. What else we got to do? God has made it easy for me. He made it legal. He made it legal for me. Press 1. Now I only fly to states that's legal. I'm going to Minnesota because I could fly on a plane with my marijuana. Could you believe that? Press 1. I never thought in a million years. Now I can just smoke. Hey, Mr. Gillespie, what's this? Oh, I'm maybe because I'm a thug all day, every day. Press 1. You would never think that person knows quantum mechanics until a nigga go to jail and be sitting next to Todd. Nigga, you ain't never put that to use. You could be a professor or something. Press 1. You never know. And we shouldn't have to wait till we alone and got time to express ourselves and then go on back out there and give it another shot. Man, fuck another shot from the private prison complex. Fuck another shot. Fuck that. Just be you. Be real. Be authentic. The thing about life is being authentic. If I was this nigga snitching or this rap and I almost fell into that, I would have been on No Jumper. Press 1, I would have been the next nigga making y'all laugh with Sharp. And I had to really sit down like, is that what I want my story to be? Sit next to these people, bro. I'm funny enough to be, bro, is that what I want, bro? So no, this will never make No Jumper. Talking about this being this, but guess what? My support is bigger than all they are sitting on that couch. You see what I'm saying? So I had to stop looking at, like Tupac said in that song, he said, fame was a plot to try to change me. So all that shit we seen of Pop, that was all fame. And remember when his mom said in that movie, they trying to change you. They know what you is and what you capable of. The fame aspect in our quest for fame is the setup. You know what I'm saying? That's the setup. Nigga don't want to be famous. Nigga don't want to be constricted and bound by different contract agreements that stops me from being Kevin Gillespie. Press 1, those little boys and little girls we used to be in our heads when we had imagination. I never get rid of that. Press 1, I never sell that innocent child to an industry so Kev Gills can be famous. Get what I'm saying? Because that child has been let down by everybody. So why would I do that to myself? Oh yeah, here, change me into Mr. Gill. No, I like Kev. I like the same nigga I always been. Got the same people. What's up, nigga? That same shit. All this extra shit is for niggas who don't know themselves and they need outside validation. They will never expose their smarts because they either embarrassed, which is a shame. And I think that's what it is, embarrassment and not being smart enough. Nigga, I had those teachers that said no answer is wrong, especially when we dealing in science. No question is wrong when you dealing because it's all theory of relativity. But that's why those teachers said that, because it's all theory. Everything is to be questioned. It's made to be disproven. This world has to expose these dimensions of self-awareness, knowledge, and that this is the grand architect of your delusion, your compos mentos. And we sitting up here breaking this shit down this way. Talking about 50 years Jubilee. If my mind was focused on who's snitching and who is, I couldn't think about, my mind wouldn't be set on the kingdom of God and how things is supposed to be. Give me a rap lyrics I can write. I wonder if heaven got a ghetto part 2 right now. Because, nigga, the Jubilee is right here. Nigga, the recognition, you know what Jubilee is, the recognition of your own sovereignty and your own royalty and the establishment of your king that y'all knocked down when they made you. When you became a 14th amendment, you notice ever since they killed Jesus, you've been in the Roman Empire ever since? Well, make it make sense to me. Ever since they killed your Messiah, press 1, you've been a 14th Amendment citizen. Press 1, back into bondage you go. Press 1. Hit that like button and subscribe. That's all written about us. All of it. They can't even take it away from a nigga. I wake up for these moments. I wish a nigga say, I wish I would say, I'll wake up and be reincarnated as a goddamn polar bear or a tree or a goddamn home or come back I'll be down. I'll come back reincarnated as Jesus Christ to save my people from this delusion that we call, fuck, a tree can't save shit. Who gives me breath? That science said a tree. Get the fuck out of here. Christ and his father and the God of all, the King of Kings did this to me in Genesis. And breathed his life into me, nigga. Ain't no 14th American government breathe no life into me. I ain't become no citizen of no goddamn Nazi regime. I'm a citizen of God, bro. And that's how you got to think. And that's what I battle with this world is the citizens of Satan and Serapis and the illusion and quantum mechanics and the theories of laws of nature and get past it to be able to tell you, nigga, we got their ass. Coffee and Kush TV. It's been a blessing. I'll see y'all first thing in the morning. Hey, I catch you tonight on Coffee and Kush Late Night with the Row. Our new conspiracy show is getting good. I see you there. And as always, family,